Blessings and peace to you. This is SB Favor Thinking Podcast, and my name is SB Favor. How are you doing today? It is Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022. Another wonderful day and another day to be thankful. And as I always say, if you focus on what is good, then you can project something good to happen, because it does not benefit you at all to sit around and focus on the negative things. It is so important that we maintenance our thought life every day. It's so important. I'm stumbling over my words a little bit, but like I said, it's important to maintenance your thought life. You are responsible for what you think every single day. So focus on what's good. If you are out there traveling about, make sure you are protecting yourself, wearing your mask when you need to, using your hand sanitizer, doing your part to stay safe, because COVID is still moving around and people are becoming ill with the flu. So please do your part to stay safe and keep your family members safe, and make sure you take your vitamin supplements and, build up on your vitamin C and all that good stuff to build up your immunity, because this time of the year, we all have to do that. So please just do your part to be well, I should say. I always remind you of this because I care. So please do your part to stay safe. If you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App, $SB Favor. And if you are uncomfortable using the Cash App application, you can reach out to me via email at sbfavor@yahoo.com, and I will provide instructions for you to support the podcast financially. I thank you for all of your support and your financial donations. Well, the topic of this episode is the dangers of distraction. Jaki Draper is going to join me for this episode, and this topic came to me because I thought about how important it is to stay focused. Day by day, we have to stay focused. Distraction is an enemy. And the reason why I call it an enemy, because when you are distracted, you're simply not paying attention to the things that are important. And so it is dangerous to be distracted using your phone, distracted not paying attention to what's going on in your home, distracted to not pay attention to what's going on in your relationships, distracted to not manage your money, distracted not to pay attention when you are driving. Yes. Distraction is dangerous. So that's what we're going to talk about during this episode. How you doing, Jaki?
Hi, SB. I'm doing well.
Awesome. I decided to talk about the dangers of distraction. Like I was explaining to you earlier, distraction is an enemy. It's like a blind spot. It stops us from seeing the things we really need to see, because day by day we are supposed to be living a life of observation and learning, right? But many of us are distracted by many things. In the intro, I mentioned that distraction can be in any form in terms of what is being used to distract you and how you are being distracted, and the consequences that come from distraction. What do you think of that?
Well, as a person who is currently living a distracted life, I would say, yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, from my own experience, I mean, I have phases where I get distracted, but honestly, I've had this conversation with someone recently. I feel extremely distracted lately, to the point that I was telling my friend about it. I was like, I think it's hormonal. And when I was 18, I was diagnosed with ADHD.
Okay.
And I didn't take any medicine for it or anything. I wasn't I'm not a medicine person.
Right.
So I was just like, when I was a kid, everyone would say I was hyper or whatever. And it was just no big deal. And then as an adult, you just accept that's how your brain operates. I don't come from a generation definitely don't come from parents who throw medicine at problems.
Right.
My parents were hippies, and you eat healthy and you exercise,
right.
and that cures everything.
Right.
So I never, medication was not a thing I ever thought about for my ADHD, and then I just functioned with the brain I had.
Right.
And I've done fine with it. But lately, it's been a lot worse, and I was thinking maybe it's hormonal, but it could be environmental, just the stage of life, that I'm in right now. I'm allowing distractions. Well, I don't have a big, important corporate job or anything where I have to stay focused. I don't have, my kids are grown, so they're not, I don't have to stay on a schedule and stuff, so... I'm allowing the distractions. I don't have, any responsibilities. I have normal responsibilities, but nothing extra that keeps me on my toes.
Well, distraction is like I said, it's very dangerous to be distracted. No matter what type of distraction it is, it's a dangerous thing. It's an enemy, because we, by nature, we are spiritual beings, and having a focus every day or focus on something is a discipline. And it's a discipline that is learned over time. Okay. So you mentioned that, when you were younger, you was diagnosed with certain things. Well, guess what? All of that is just a physiological thing based upon, the study of doctors. And I'm not saying that what they say is not true or real. But what I'm saying is this. When we apply ourselves to something that we want to accomplish, then we just learn how to accomplish whatever that goal is. And having a focused, disciplined life mentally, it comes from being conscious and aware of what you need to do, how you need to do it, what you want to do, what you need to do, all those different things. And it's just something you think about, and you stay focused on the task until it's done. A lot of times for myself personally, if I want to do something, what I do is I journal, or I write it down, or I put it in my phone. I text it to myself. I do different things to kind of give myself a reminder. Right. And so once I start that task, whatever it is, I stay focused on it until it's done. I try not to leave anything undone. And I think that what happens with a lot of us, because of the media, and now we have social media, and then we have all this noise around us. Wherever we go, there's a bunch of noise. So many of us are not focused. We're not focused in the moment to say, oh, well, you know what? I need to pay more attention to my kids, or I need to pay more attention to how I'm spending money, or I need to pay more attention to my relationship or what it needs, right? Because of distraction. What do you think about that?
Oh, I agree 100%. Definitely, the focus is the problem. It bleeds into other things of your life.
Yes, it does.
Like, I've now allowed it to bleed into all the aspects of my life. Like, even that TV show that you told me that you really enjoyed, I tried to watch it. I watched only one episode. I was like, maybe I'll watch it some other time. But like, I just get distracted. So I was not into it. And it's just another example of being distracted.
Yeah. Well, there's so many factors.
Like, I can't even watch TV.
Yeah, there's so many factors that can play into that, because I think that for me, when I have a lot going on concerning work or decisions I have to make or family, then I can become a little distracted. But what happens is I catch myself in the moment, and I tell myself, nope, not doing that. You know why? Because I look at distraction as a form of being lost in something you don't even know where you are. That's how I look at it. And I know, somebody may disagree with that, but I look at distraction as a form of being lost. Because
I can see that.
Yeah, because in the moment while you are driving, in the moment of a conversation, in the moment of whatever it is that you are doing or whatever it is you need to do, we should be like a sharp knife paying attention. And so that is what I tell myself now. I put my phone down. I do not engage in social media when I'm having a conversation with people. I put my phone down when I'm in a restaurant. I'm focusing on the moment and what is going on in the atmosphere. If we are out in the public and if we are on our phones and something is happening that is dangerous, how will we know what to do if we are distracted? How will we know what to do in our relationships if we are not daily paying attention to what our relationships need? I believe that God has given us all an awareness of consciousness to observe and learn. And I think that if many of us pay more attention, we wouldn't have to ask a lot of questions. We would just know what to do simply by observation. And a lot of times we don't know what to do because we are distracted. So,
well, I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
However, I think that we are conditioned to be distracted. We are conditioned to believe that you need to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you need to do a million things all at one time or
Yes.
you're not being productive.
Exactly.
And I mean, that I feel like at the end of the day, I just did not have enough hours in the day to get everything done that I needed to get done.
Right.
And I always feel like I'm running behind. Even though if I sit down and think about my to-do list, I'm not necessarily running behind, but I feel like I am. And like you said, I think it's because I'm doing too many projects at one time, too many things. I'm not completing a project. I have, 5 things that are half done.
Right. Exactly. Because
and then it feels like nothing is accomplished.
Right. Because we should leave nothing undone. We should never leave nothing undone. We should complete. If you start something,
to do multiple things, though.
Yeah, we are.
Like you listen to a podcast while you're driving or while you're running.
True.
Or you listen to books on audio while you're, working or doing something else and cleaning the house or whatever. We're always trying to multitask because we always feel like we need to get so many things done.
That's
but
true.
But it makes us not accomplish anything.
That's true. But you know what? I just want you listeners to understand this. You don't have to be distracted, and you can live a life where you are focused. And even if you are multitasking, you can still have a focus because, like you said, Jackie, we are taught to think that, oh, well, we have to do a million things. But guess what? Being focused is basically knowing what you have to do and when you have to do it in the moment. That's what being focused is. Being focused is not always doing. Being focused is knowing what you have to do in the moment. What's going on in front of you in the moment. Knowing what you have to do and when you have to do it in the moment. Not 10 days later or not 5 o'clock the next morning or the next 2 weeks. No, in the moment. Being focused is living in the moment of knowing what you do, knowing what you need to do, and knowing when you need to do it. If you are focused in the moment, then what happens is what you need to do, it comes easily to you because you're focused in the moment. You don't have to think as hard when you are focused in the moment. And I'm saying that, Jackie, because this is something that I'm learning. If I'm focused in the moment, it's almost like I feel like something is downloading into my mind to know what to do next. And when it downloads into my mind of what to do next, I flow easy. There's no stress. There's no anxiety. I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, I said, sometimes we're overthinking and then here comes the anxiety, and then here comes the fear. I believe that if you know what you must focus on in the moment, you will understand where you are in the moment. You will understand where you are spiritually. And what I mean by that is you will understand if you are operating in fear or anxiety. Understand where you are in the moment. Learn about where you are in the moment to be focused versus being distracted. But if you are distracted, if we are distracted, then we can't learn about ourselves in the moment. We can't learn about the people we're talking to in the moment. We can't learn about what is essential for us to understand the things that we have to understand if we are distracted. And then the noise of the day. Guess what, Jackie? Sometimes when I'm alone, you know what I do? I turn everything off because I want to hear myself. I want to hear myself. I want to hear what's going on with me. What thoughts I'm having. Are they good thoughts? Are they bad thoughts? Are they prosperous thoughts? I want to stay quiet with me also so that I can hear God. For those of us that are spiritual, that is the best way to be focused in the moment, is to get quiet. Quiet with yourself. But what we do a lot, right, Jackie? We turn on the news, right? We turn on the radio, right? Right? We do all those things.
Right.
You know?
Check TikTok.
Yeah, we're texting.
And those TikTok videos are so short that you just go to the next one.
Well, you know what? I tell myself, I'm putting my phone down and I'm paying attention. That's what I tell myself often. I'm putting my phone down. When I'm spending time with family and friends, I put my phone down. I purposely leave my phone in another room when I'm home. I put my phone in my handbag. When I'm out in the public, I tell myself all the time, get off the phone. I tell myself when I'm in my car, sometimes when I'm driving, of course I have the music on, but sometimes I drive with nothing on because I'm paying attention to what's going on around me on the road. You know, so every single day I'm more conscious to think about, okay, how can I stay focused more? Because like I said, distraction is an enemy. It's an enemy. It comes to blind you. It comes to put you in a place to make you lost. It is just that. And I'm saying all of these things because this is what I thought about for myself. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be distracted. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to accomplish today when I wake up in the morning. That's how I think. And I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to be distracted with somebody that's wasting my time on the phone for 2-3 hours because I got friends and relatives that'll call and they want to be on the phone for 2 hours. I'm getting off the phone. You know, I have friends that just want to talk about nothing. It's not even anything important. If it's something important, of course I want to talk. But I'm just saying, all those things are distractions. You know, you could be cooking something on the stove and somebody will call you. And next thing you know, you done burnt up all your food because you on the phone. Isn't that something? I know I have done that.
Oh, I've done that. I've burned cookies because I was answered my phone like an idiot.
Exactly. So we just need to make a change, you know, for all
Okay, so in that note, how do you make a change?
You make a change by taking note of what's going on in the moment. Throughout your day, take note of what's going on in the moment. Whether you're on the phone, whether you are alone, take note of what's going on in the moment. And when something inside of you says, pick up the phone or do this or do that, you don't have to do it. You can stay focused on the moment. Even when you're tempted to do something outside of that moment, you don't have to go outside of it. It's a discipline of staying focused. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. But if you follow that little voice that says, oh, pick up your phone. You know, they're going to text you in a few minutes. Go check your phone. You will hear if they text you. You don't need to keep checking the phone. You know what I'm saying? Many of us, we have smartwatches. If somebody's going to, if they text you, and if you're waiting for an email or whatever the case is, it could be something really, really small that can constantly distract you. But what I'm saying is, if you just be aware of the moment, observe the moment throughout your day, observe more by just putting away your phone and focusing on what you need to do and when you need to do it and how you need to do it. If you do that throughout your day, whether you're at work or at home, focused on the moment, guess what? You're going to be more focused and you're not going to be distracted, because the minute something comes in, it's going to look like something foreign to you. And that's the place that I've come to. If I'm focused throughout my day and then all of a sudden something comes in, I look at it like, that's foreign. That's not supposed to be here. Like a couple of days ago, I was with a friend of mine's, and somebody, they just came to the house and they just was like, I want to talk to you. And I was just like, no, I don't want to talk right now.
You're not supposed to be here.
Right. Exactly. There you go. You see, you got it.
1982, you're not allowed to just show up.
Right. There you go. If one of my family members come to me, if one of my family members said he want to talk to me, I would expect for you to call me up, text me, and say, hey, are you available next week or Monday, Tuesday? Maybe we can get together. Yes, then I can talk. But if you
make an appointment with SB, don't you just show up?
Well, not necessarily an appointment, but I mean, like, if it's something, if it's a serious conversation, I want to know that I want to be prepared. You're not going to just catch me off guard. That's my point, because that's a distraction. That's a distraction, because in that moment, my mind was on something else, and I said, this is not part of the day. I get to control what happens in my day. I get to control what happens in my day, what comes into my space. The yes and the no's, all of that. That is my choice. All of us, we get to control what happens in our day. And a lot of us, unfortunately, we're just being dragged. And you don't have to be dragged. You don't have to be dragged just doing anything and everything. And, some people are so distracted. And, I know somebody that does this, and I don't want to say their names, and I don't want to throw them under the bus. But I know somebody, they had all these goals on Saturday. All these goals. They're like, okay, I'm going to accomplish this, that, and the other. All these goals. And next thing you know, somebody show up at their house and say, come on, let's go to the mall. And they go to the mall and stay at the mall for 6 hours. And all those goals they had, out the window. Distraction. You see that?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And then later in the evening, the person would say, I had all those goals, but I stayed at the mall with them. Well, I said, why you didn't put your goals first? Distraction.
Right.
So I hope that you listeners are getting something out of this, because this is a reminder of something that we all need. This is something I think about every single day. And I wanted to talk about this because I'm seeing so many people distracted on so many levels. Jackie, I'm telling you, it breaks my heart. And I don't like to see that. I don't like to see a 50-year-old woman walking around lost because she's distracted. She's distracted. You ask her a question and she's like, huh? What? I mean, come on now. Come on.
Right.
To be sharper is to be more focused. To be sharper is to be more in tune with the moment. Using every part of our brain, like you say, Jack. We only use a certain percentage of our brain.
Right, we do.
Yeah, but being focused, right? Let our brain connect with our spirit so we could be sharper, because we are spiritual beings having a natural experience in the earth, right? Our spirit is like superheroes. That's right. But many people don't even know how to operate according to their spirit. So that is why it's important to stay focused. Because when you stay focused on the moment, you are training your spirit. You're training your mind to be more in tune in the moment of what to do and how to do it. and when to do it. In the moment. A lot of us are distracted to the point where when we are having a conversation, sometimes we say the wrong thing. You know why? Because we're distracted. Because if you take a moment to look at yourself in that moment, you will know what to say. What do you think about that, Jackie?
Well, no, I'm trying to articulate this correctly.
Oh my God. Is it that hard, Jackie?
No, well, I mean,
okay.
I'm very distracted. No, I'm kidding. Well,
oh,
I think that you, a while back, whenever you said to remain focused,
mm-hmm.
you're focusing on yourself, your own thoughts.
Yes.
Your relationship with God.
Mm-hmm.
What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to be?
Yeah.
And
in the moment.
I feel that, yes, I feel that maybe a lot of people don't want to know where they're supposed to be.
Oh,
they don't
Lord.
want to.
Jesus.
And so it's much easier to fill your mind with tasks.
Oh, my God. I've seen somebody like that.
Just your generic to-do list.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I have laundry. I have grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I have to, give my kid a ride to this place. And those are tasks.
Yeah.
And those are distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Because really the real focus is inward. I mean, when you said that, like a little light bulb went off in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, yeah, this is it. And that's the reason of the too much to do, because I'm filling my life with to-do lists. I'm busy, running, constantly doing.
Right.
And I'm not taking time for me, my soul.
That's excellent.
And focusing on where I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. That's good you mentioned that, because I know somebody that does that, right? And what I observed about this individual was that she was running from herself. She was doing so much that she was running from dealing with her issues. And one day this individual said to me, she said, Trey, I think I need therapy. And I said, yeah, you do. And, all jokes aside, in a serious way, I said, yes, you do. You need therapy because you have some serious, deep-rooted issues that you haven't dealt with from childhood, right? So we got into a conversation, and I noticed that if she stays in a place of distraction, right, running from herself, then she doesn't have to look at anything.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep.
You don't have to think about any of the bad things because you're busy.
Yep.
You're busy doing all the stuff that you need to get done throughout the day.
Yeah. And that's what she was doing. She was, jumping from one thing to the next, and she was running from herself. But me being the kind of friend that I am, we got into a conversation, and she admitted, she said, yeah, I need therapy. And she said, I've done a lot of bad things to people. She hurt a lot of people. And I said it came from the pain of what you did not resolve. So that pain that you have lived in and the pain you are living in, you are projecting that to other people all the time. And she runs from herself. So being distracted is a way that she copes. That's her
coping mechanism. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So,
from pain.
Exactly. And so, and I said, man, she just, I was thinking one day, I said, she doesn't sit down and think about her actions. She don't even think about it. She just does things and don't even think about it. And that's another type of distraction, but we're not going to get all into that. But our main focus is to encourage you listeners to be more focused on the moment, be more focused on knowing what you need to do and how to do it, and when you need to do what is necessary in your life when it comes to money, relationships. It could be something as simple as driving down the street or in a public place. It's important to have a focus. It's important to not be distracted, because being distracted is dangerous and distraction is an enemy. And so I hope that you all got something out of this, because I'm reminded day by day to be focused on the moment and to be focused on what is essential and needed for me to appropriate to others. That's how I live, Jackie. I focus like that. What do I need? Like if my daughter called me up, the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, I listen to what she has to say, and then I focus on what's going on with her. Then I know what to appropriate in that conversation. That's another type of focus. So, and that's just how, I function, and that's what I have learned to do. That's not something I just woke up and just started doing. I've learned to do that because I felt it's necessary for me to just not be distracted, because I've been in situations where I've been distracted and I had to suffer the consequences. And I was like, this ain't good. It's not good at all. So, but we're going to wrap it up. Is there anything else you want to say, Jackie?
No, that was great. Also, well, actually, you, like you always are telling me, I think that your focus can improve with the proper diet.
Absolutely. That's right. You hit it right on target.
So many foods will cause you to feel sluggish or cause brain fog, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yes, indeed.
Cause you to not sleep well.
Yeah.
And then if you're not sleeping well, then you're not operating at 100% during the day, so that causes your inability to focus as well.
Exactly. Blueberries is a brain food. That's something that I eat often. I drink blueberry smoothies, and I just get a little pep in my step when I drink them, and it feels good. So, but that's an excellent point, Jackie, because our diet will play a part in whether or not we are sharp or not sharp. So, yeah, just remember, distraction is dangerous and it's an enemy. And distraction is like being lost, and none of us, I'm sure, we don't want to be lost, do we? So we need to be more focused in the moment, and we need to put those phones down when we need to. We need to focus on what to appropriate in our relationships. We need to be more focused to make decisions better. We just need to be more focused. I mean, sometimes it's good to just get quiet with yourself, pray, meditate, or do whatever it is that you do, and just know what is happening in the moment. Slow down for a little bit and do what you have to do to just take in the moment. All that clutter and all that noise, that look, busy doing nothing. That's what it is. A bunch of noise, Jackie, and we can't live like that, because, we got to do better when it comes to the moment. What's in front of us? What do we have to do? And how should we do it? That's how we should focus every single day. We get to control what happens in our day. And what I mean by that is you get to control how you respond, how you think, and how you react when you are focused. But if you're distracted, guess what? You're not going to know what to do and how to do it and what to say or whatever because of being distracted. It's as simple as that. So, but we're going to wrap it up, Jackie. Do you have anything else you want to share?
Good.
All right, listeners. Thank you once again for tuning in to listen to SB Favor Thinking Podcast. If you need to reach me, you can reach me at sbfavor@yahoo.com via email. Make sure you please share this podcast with others. I'm getting a lot of feedback from different people, and I'm on TikTok. It's a lot of inspirational and motivational content over there. So make sure you follow me over there, or follow me on Facebook or Instagram, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave me some feedback and click like on the different episodes. There's a lot of episodes over there. Or subscribe to me wherever you listen to podcasts, because I'm all over the place. And if you're not sure, just Google SB Favor Thinking Podcast and you will find me somewhere. And I got to remind you of this last thing. If you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App, $SB Favor. I thank you so much for your support and your donations, because this podcast is doing really, really well. And I appreciate you listeners and all the support that you give it. And Jackie, I appreciate you, because you have a lot of input and time that you put in this podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I enjoyed talking with you.
Yeah. So listeners, once again, share the podcast with others, and thank you so much. And make sure that when you are driving this week, pay attention, stay safe, and make sure you pray before you start the car. That will make the difference. And enjoy your holiday with your loved ones and love on them. Even if you have an issue with somebody, just love them anyway, because it just feels better. Doesn't it, Jackie?
It does.
All right. So listeners.
It does.
Yes, it does. So listeners, thank you again for listening. And you have a happy Thanksgiving. And stay safe. Talk to you soon.